happening right now. Let's go live to Ottawa, where federal officials are holding an update on a COVID-19 vaccine. We'll listen live.
In the Omicron BA.1 variant. After completing a thorough and independent scientific review of the evidence, Health Canada has determined that this bivalent Moderna Spikevax booster has met the requirements for the safety and the effectiveness from the regulations. This marks a milestone in Canada's response to this pandemic. So today, what I'd like to talk about is what a bivalent vaccine is and does, and why it's important in the next phase of the pandemic. Up to now, all authorized COVID-19 vaccines in Canada have targeted one strain of the virus, the original SARS-CoV-2 virus from 2019. These vaccines have served us well over time and continue to be very effective at preventing what matters most: severe illness, hospitalization, and death. With billions of vaccines administered around the world, we now have more knowledge about how vaccines respond to new variants. And with the Omicron variant now circulating, we know that the existing vaccines can be less effective or wane over time. One of the advantages of the mRNA vaccines is that they can be adapted relatively quickly to new variants, and scientists and vaccine manufacturers are updating COVID-19 vaccines by adding other ingredients which specifically target the circulating virus strains. For example, each dose of the new bivalent Moderna Spikevax vaccine contains 50 micrograms of mRNA, with 25 micrograms targeting the original SARS-CoV-2 virus strain and 25 micrograms specifically targeting the Omicron BA.1 subvariant. It's essentially two vaccines in one. Health Canada's decision to authorize this new bivalent vaccine was based on data from a clinical trial that showed that a booster dose of the bivalent Moderna vaccine triggers a strong immune response against both the Omicron BA.1 and the original SARS-CoV-2 virus strains. While the vaccine was designed to more specifically target the Omicron BA.1 subvariant, we know that this vaccine also generates a good immune response against the Omicron subvariants BA.4 and BA.5 that have more recently emerged. This booster is also intended to extend the durability of protection. This will help us face the next waves. From a safety point of view, this new vaccine is similar to the previous approved Moderna Spikevax booster, with the same mild adverse events that resolved quickly. Health Canada is currently reviewing a submission from Pfizer-BioNTech for a bivalent vaccine that also targets the original SARS-CoV-2 strain, as well as the Omicron BA.1 subvariant. To ensure we have as many options as possible for dealing with current and future variants, we have reached out to both Pfizer-BioNTech and Moderna to request that they file submissions for vaccines specifically targeting the BA.4 and BA.5 subvariants. We are awaiting confirmation on their plans, including submission timelines. We know that the virus that causes COVID-19 is changing and mutating constantly. The virus will always be one step ahead of us, but we are closing the gap. Scientists around the world are working hard to develop new treatments and vaccines to combat the effects of COVID-19. And Health Canada, as Canada's regulator, will continue to prioritize submissions for new treatments and vaccines to help protect Canadians from the effects of COVID-19. We've come a long way since the start of the pandemic. In addition to Canada's announcement about the bivalent vaccine, Health Canada has authorized the original COVID-19 vaccines for all Canadians 6 months of age and older, and we have approved original booster vaccines for individuals as young as 5 years of age. In summary, vaccination continues to be one of the most effective ways to protect ourselves against COVID-19, and is one of the most important ways Health Canada is helping to keep Canadians safe and healthy. Dr. New will provide an update on NACI guidance, but before that, we will turn to Dr. Berthiaume. Thank you. Merci. Miigwech.
Bonjour.
We were listening live to federal officials in Ottawa providing an update on a COVID-19 vaccine. We can now report Health Canada authorized its first bivalent vaccine booster for adults 18 and up.